Yeah, cozy everybody. Today we'll continue on with a game called Jikoronpa, Laments of Isolation. God damn it, I didn't know this game updated. I didn't know this game updated. Second chapter, second lament, sure of death, the marbles rhyme. Begin! It's another day, isn't it? Did any time actually pass? I feel so stuck. My body can't move, my limbs are frozen to the bed. I struggle to breathe, to think. But what's the point of breathing if I'll all die anyway? What's the point of getting up? There might be another motive. Another motive means another reason to kill. A reason to kill is a murder. A murder is a trial, and I don't want to do that again. I don't want to debate about if one of the people I grew to know took a life. I'd rather... Hey! Huh? I forced myself up, trudged to my door in response to the yell. Even when I moved, it didn't feel like I did it on my own. It felt like an instinct, a decision I didn't make. Come on, do you hear me? It's Fuyuka's voice. Maybe if I depend on her, I can get through this. That's what she promised me yesterday, at least. Are you seriously still asleep? Whatever, maybe she needs it. I opened the door. Good morning. Oh, so you're not asleep. Good. How is your current condition? My entire body feels so sore, but besides that, I'm fine. All I need is a little more rest. I see. What took you so long to answer the door? Hikari, answer me. Hikari? Huh? Damn it, you can't be down on yourself forever. Wasting your life away in bed is as bad as dying here. You don't need to be weak like this, okay? You weren't close with them anyway. Don't waste away over some strangers. Strangers? But Daisaku and I, we were friends. You knew him for 5 days. A majority of those days, didn't he insult you and put you down? I understand you to spend some time together, but it wasn't even a week. He was a stranger. Maybe it'd be better if they were complete strangers. Maybe then I wouldn't miss him so much. Just a stranger. It was only a stranger, right? Talking a few times doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean a single thing. It should have never meant anything. You're right, I'm overreacting. Exactly. If you're in my profession, you'd be dead by now. If you hesitate for a moment, if you care for a moment, if you get attached for a moment, you will regret it. You'll be destroyed from the inside out. You're right. What happened didn't mean anything. I don't need to feel like this. I'm sorry for not realizing that earlier. Exactly. But in other news, I need you to come to the bathroom with me for the final morning meeting. Follow me. Don't make me wait. I followed her, but as we walked to the bathroom, we passed the living room. I stopped. I could only stare. Memories of his body flashed through my mind, but it wasn't there. Everything from yesterday was cleaned up, even his corpse. His body is gone. The bloodstains are nowhere to be seen. Even items like the walkie-talkies were moved right back to their original locations. I've witnessed a few instances of professionals having to clean up crime scenes. I'm impressed by how thorough Dia is. How thoroughly it was cleaned seems almost supernatural in a way. It's all gone. I should be happy, right? I should be happy I don't have to see his body. Why am I not? Something on your mind? You're quiet. Oh, sorry about that. It feels wrong. It feels like it's made to make us pretend that it never happened. You have to get used to it. After a murder occurs in a public place, things have to go back to normal in time. A restaurant has to resume service one day. A train station has to resume transportation one day. Though they may be shut down, the areas will have to be reopened eventually. Except for Chernobyl. The smash it isn't any different. You have to get used to it. Tsubaki said that yesterday too, didn't they? That people die every day. That we should get used to death. Although it's difficult for most to consider her perspective, I don't disagree. We're both used to these harsh circumstances. It's difficult to imagine a life before I got used to it. What do you mean by that? Well, it wasn't like I came out of the womb seeing her corpse. I wasn't exactly naive and innocent back then either, but there was a point where I wasn't used to seeing violence every day. I see, I'm sorry for Yuka. But let's get going. I'm sorry for holding you up. We headed off again. Soon enough, the two of us arrived at the ballroom. Surprisingly, most of us were there. At least more people than I expected after what happened yesterday. Fuyuka, I was starting to get a bit worried with how long it was taking. Whatever, at least she's back now. And I see you got Shortcake at least. Any updates on the other 3? No success, unfortunately. She was the only one I was able to get to come here. What are you talking about? We tried to gather everyone here, but without success. Thankfully, my persistence still proved successful in contacting you. And the others? We tried our best to unite together and get them, but only one of the missing 3 answered the door. We were hesitant in reaching out to Sabaki due to her speech yesterday, but we remained determined. We tried to ask them if they wanted to join, but she said some shit about not being in the mood for discussion. Can't really blame them there. Minty and Grape didn't answer at all though. It worries the hell out of me. I see. The mean girl has a heart after all. What a surprise that is, huh? I'm not in a good mood already, dumbass. Do you really want to start some shit with me? I'll pummel you, you bastard. Oh yeah, you go girl, tear me to shreds. Let's please leave the pummeling till later. Is there anything we're planning to do about Ryu and Chiyuki? I don't think it's exactly good to leave them alone. For now, there's nothing we can do. Whether or not they come out of their rooms is not our choice. We can't leave them alone though. We need to do whatever we can to help them. Leaving our warriors in the dust of the battle is complete treachery. But it's not like we can break down their doors. I mean, hell, even if we tried, it'd probably count as breaking a rule. And considering the shit we've seen already, I don't think it's gonna be as fucking merciful as the detention. Ryu and Chiyuki, is there really nothing we can do for them? Even if I'm not supposed to care about them, that doesn't mean their own feelings suddenly disappear. It feels wrong to leave them alone, especially in a situation like this. Am I late? Ryu? I'm sorry about being so late. I just didn't want to run into her by accident. But she isn't here, is she? She? Who the hell are you talking about? So, being a basketball player doesn't make you lose brain cells, but I suppose being a biker does. Be quiet, this is serious. Colette turned away from Ryu. Everyone piped down. Anyways, Ryu, damn it, how am I supposed to tell you? Tell me what exactly? Oh, is she here but backstage, or did she leave only for a second? If she is, I'll, No, she's gone, Ryu. Colette, what do you mean? What do you mean by gone? Did Dia somehow let her out after all this? After that entire trial? After taking a life she doesn't deserve to. No. Sorry to tell you this, but she's dead. What? You're making a bad joke about death, right? Did somebody put you up to this? It isn't. I mean, that's too sadistic, even for a god of hell like me. And even if I lied, that would be disgracing what both you and her would want. I'm not about to make a joke about her death like that. You're not lying. Ryu stepped away from Colette, his voice failing him. How did she? Dia didn't tell us everything about the trial system. They left out an important part about what happens to the killer if the majority votes for them. Yeah, after you left, Dia explained that if the killer receives the most votes, they will be punished. If the killer isn't the most voted, everyone else will be. Are you okay, Ryu? I'll be fine. Continue the meeting, Fuyuka, please. Are you certain? Ryu nodded. Understood. Now then, this meeting is to announce that this is the last of the meetings, as ironic as that statement may be. After the trial, it became apparent that these meetings only caused more trouble, so I am no longer holding them. That is true. I believe the original intention of the meetings were lost long ago. Hey, but we can't give up now. We are warriors, fearless and endless. Sure, we had a few iffy days, but... Iffy? When 2 people died, you just called it iffy? No, that's not what I meant. Not what you meant. Is everyone here constantly lying about what they really mean? No, never mind. Let's move on. If you two are done, then I'll continue. Last night I told you all I would change my strategy in assisting the group. I will focus on the individual rather than the entire group. As part of that, I will act on my own and no longer force these meetings. If there is any information you believe I should be aware of, you can come to me personally. I will do whatever is in my power to handle it. Yes, sure. Why come to you with private information with your track record? You sure you won't use it to push suspicion onto anybody? Keep it to yourself and let others suffer over it? Threaten anybody if they dare tell anybody else? That's way too fucking specific. What the hell are you talking about, dumbass? Nothing, just a hypotenuse, or hypotension, or hypothermia. Oh, are you okay? I'm afraid none of those words were used correctly, Sanosuke. Oh, I see what word you were conceding. Mortal being. Perhaps our simple desire for the underworld connects our minds beyond what is humanly possible. She looks tall in this. I thought she was small. I see you catch my drift, Wildcat. Obviously, the queen of my future home would understand me quite easily. Of course, mortal of the sun. Your fiery soul is one I can comprehend very well. Every word you utter is as clear as crystal to my sight. In truth, he said it was hypothetical. But surely it's a hypothetical, right? There can be nobody that villainous and... Let me stop this before it drags on. What he said was not a hypothetical. If I am to regain trust among the group, I should come clean about it. During our first day here, I investigated a few things on my own before writing my poem. For instance, the bookshelf in the living room. It held several books that day that were about murders, death games, mysteries, and more under similar themes. Even before the death game was announced. I theorized that they intended to have the death game occur all along. They would have started it up even if a rule hadn't been broken. I informed those who I investigated with the day after that of my theory. What the hell? Why did nobody bring that up? Seems pretty fucking important. I harshly advised those who were in my group to not discuss it. Don't put your blame on them. My original intent with all this was to unite the group. In life or death situations, people tend to put blame upon one another rather than pure circumstance to feel some sense of control. In order to avoid it, I wanted us all to focus blame on Daisaku. With a single target, we'd avoid randomly accusing one another, I hoped, but it didn't work out like that. That is why I take blame for the deaths of Mayume and Daisaku. I put forward everyone's suspicion on Daisaku. Of course you're to fucking blame. You're the entire reason two of us are fucking dead. Don't get ahead of yourself. Though I am responsible for others suspecting Daisaku of being the traitor, I am not the reason Mayumi decided to kill him. In the end, her actions were entirely her own. She made the decision to do what she did. Oh, to hell with that. Sure, maybe you didn't put a hammer to his head, but you might as well have. You said some stupid bullshit to Shiuki about her concert. You went on and on about how we're all idiots. You endlessly hammered your bullcrap into our ears, even when you fucking knew it was possible Daisaku wasn't suspicious. Who fucking knows who you encouraged everybody to murder next? Let me guess, are you fucking planning some bullshit reason for everybody to kill me already? You're helping nobody but yourself, you bitch. Your whole leader act is bullcrap. You're pretending to care about this whole thing, but I can tell it's a goddamn farce. It'd be better for everyone if you shut your fucking mouth for once and stop being an ass before you're the next Asuka, stop that. Stop it already. What? It's fucking true, Hikaru. What do you... Fuyuka is genuine about this, okay? Last night, she helped me get back up after the trial. She helped me back to my room. She did things she regrets, but she's putting in effort, so please give her a chance before deciding to threaten her like this. I know why you're angry, but please, stop doing this. It's not going to help anybody. What the hell? I thought you cared about Daisaku. This bitch is the reason he's dead. Don't tell me that you really... I did care about him, and don't you dare say I didn't, but now he's gone and I'm sick of us tearing each other apart like we tore him. So stop making so many assumptions. Listen to somebody besides yourself for once, please. Haha, served. Why? Hey, Asuka. What is it? I have a quest for you, my warrior. Your general commands you to complete it immediately. Let's go elsewhere. Fine, whatever, let's go. Onward, there's no time to waste. Asuka stomped out of the room, Toshi skipping by their side. Did I upset them by yelling? Maybe I should back them up instead. They tried so hard to defend me during the trial, so I should try harder to defend their thoughts, right? Damn it, what's wrong with me? I already upset Asuka, and now Thank you. Huh? I've seen how Asuka is more polite to you. You defended me despite them favoring you. It's admirable. You're welcome, I guess? I'm certainly glad that ended when it did. I'm rather tired of them escalating every situation. With all that yelling and arguing... Well, I'm sure they had their reasons. Everybody's likely a little on edge because of yesterday. Anyways, now that that's over with, what do you suggest we do every day now that you're no longer going to hold these morning meetings? Nothing. Nothing? I'm not sure you understood my question. Do you want me to repeat it? Suggesting a new meeting place would kinda count as leading, Kihara. Right, my apologies, Fuyuka. No need, I presume you're used to following my lead, but now you're on your own. It's all your own decisions of what you want to do from now on, not mine. I'm no longer to blame for any of this. And with that, Fuyuka turned to leave the room. Our own decision? What the heck? Why does she think she can seriously accuse and suspect others so much and then pretend she wasn't responsible for it all? It was so goddamn cowardly, but now that I finally am able to put forth my own thoughts, she doesn't care enough to listen, even for a second. God damn it, I'm so sick of letting her. Ah, Yara, what happened to your gorgeous smile? Suddenly, Seinosuke was there, his arms around Iki. You seem to have your head in the clouds for a second there, storm clouds specifically. I, for one, would love to be struck by lightning, but... You? Anger isn't a good look for you, Kihara. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was getting so frustrated. The situation brings out the worst in me at times. Well, I apologize. You're back to your wonderful self. Maybe you could be the rainbow I see after I get struck by lightning. Lightning? I thank you for bringing me out of my daze, but nothing. I'm going to become the power outlet for the future. You know? Want to get in on that deal? I'd rather not see anybody get electrocuted. I wouldn't be surprised if this brainless buffoon actually manages to electrocute himself for his twisted sense of fun. You know, I am a god of many things, including lightning and storms. Maybe I can do you a favor, Seinosuke. Wildcat, you'd really do that for me. You really are my true soulmate. You wish for a forbidden romance between a divine and a mortal? Perhaps you do deserve such a divine punishment after all. Then it's a date. I can't wait to feel a spark between us. Can somebody translate what the hell they're talking about? I think they're flirting with each other. Doesn't he flirt with everybody? I've noticed that it's either a joke about death or a flirt with him. It's worse than that, trust me. You would not willingly want to be in a room alone with him. Such wonderful compliments, everybody. Thank you, thank you. In any case, Kihara, I had an idea thing after the trial yesterday. You're smart, aren't you? I'm not that intelligent, but I suppose I am somewhat knowledgeable on certain things. Great, I've got an idea, and I need you for it. Let's call it a date scheduled for, right now. A date right now? What are you... Before he could finish what they were saying, he was pulled away by Seinosuke and out of the room. I have no clue what just happened. You'd have to be in a different world altogether to understand their nonsense. A different world? But you're already in my world, and I'm not strange at all. Like hell you are. As those remaining in the ballroom talked, I returned to my room and took a bit of time to myself. I should have some free time for a bit. What should I do? Save here. Hang out with others. Let's see, who's in the living room? Backstage. Kitchen. No laundry, right. Oh, okay. Sure, let's go hang up with Tsubaki. I wonder what happened to her after this. I guess I have some time for you. Not like I have much better to do. Tsubaki made a few sarcastic jokes in my direction every so often. I fell for them more often than I like to admit. I think Tsubaki and I have gotten a little closer today. So, did you want something or... Sorry, I don't need anything, if that's what you're thinking. I wanted to talk to you, I guess. You sure about that? Yeah, why wouldn't I be? I'm not exactly the most interesting person here, you know. I mean, what's the life of a thief besides stealing and running? Well, I haven't met any thieves before, if that's what you're worried about. Not exactly what I meant, but I assume you're going to be satisfied by me walking away and not wanting to talk. If I do that, then you'll probably blame yourself for being annoying or boring, or whatever. She really doesn't sugarcoat it, huh? I guess you're right. You got my usual habits down pretty quick. I'm sorry if that bothers you. Look, you don't need to apologize. I don't care whether you think it's your fault or not. If you really wanted to talk, then do it. Let's talk. What do you want to know? Oh, are you sure? Yep, hit me with anything you got. Any question at all, I'll answer. If you're sure, then, maybe how'd you get into poetry? If you have, like, an active career as a thief, I don't see how you get the opportunity or time to write much. Ah, so that's the first thing you think of. Would you prefer a different question? Nope, that was perfectly fine. To answer, I guess I don't know exactly when I got into it. I mean, some people throw out books pretty often. When I'm bored, I usually see what options of reading material I have. The more popular genres, romance, horror, fantasy, stuff like that, I didn't get to read those that often, unfortunately. And the ones that I did, they were trashy and horribly written, even to somebody who's never read a full novel before. And if I wanted to read them more often, I hardly had enough time to fully get invested in a plot before I had to run again. I only have so little time before the next time I'm caught, you know. I'm the victim of endless cliffhangers. You had to run that much? I mean, yeah, she is a thief. Yep, my life was pretty much a constant storm, rushing along. Not much time to take in the scenery, unfortunately. But I guess with poems, they're usually much shorter than the regular novel. You know, I could read a good few in the time it took to read a chapter of a regular novel. With the shorter reading time, I got more involved and attached to poetry than anything else. I'm sorry you had to rush through everything so much. Even if you got a little bit of comfort out of something like poetry, it still sounds terrible. Hey, nothing to feel sorry for. I like the rush. Huh? You like the rush? But how you spoke about it made me think that. Just because it gives me a few inconveniences doesn't mean I despise it entirely. Of course, a sense of stability and security is nice, but I like how it changed. I like not knowing what to expect the next time I went through something. Every single thing was the same, again and again and again. It get pretty boring, don't you think? I don't understand it entirely, but I think I kinda get what you're trying to say. I guess I've gotten so used to what I've been through that I prefer the familiarity rather than the change. Even if some of the familiarity brings me pain, it's easier to handle and accept than anything else. Hey, that's understandable. We've led different lives, so of course we have different ways of continuing to lead them. Still, now that we're stuck here, guess I've gotta get used to a cycle of familiarity, huh? Yeah. And I've got to get used to the change of people around me too, I guess. I like getting to know people though, so I guess it's not all that bad. Hey, I have an idea. Huh? Me, let's make a daily routine or something. A routine? I mean, I do have routines for stuff like waking up and getting to bed, but I doubt you want to join me for stuff like that. I guess I should be more specific, like a thing between us. How is that more specific? Let me finish, alright? I meant like a daily activity. Well, it doesn't have to be daily, but something sort of consistent. Like how Dia suggested the daily poems or whatever, you know? Maybe something like that. Oh, I think I get it. I don't exactly know if I'll be able to share my poems though. Yeah, you do look like the type to lack confidence in your writing abilities. It's pretty obvious, actually. I'm that obvious? Pretty much, yeah. Right. Anyways, we don't have to do poems. Maybe like storytelling or something. If I get to hear your different stories, then there'll be a little unexpectedness every so often. And if we do it consistently, then it'll be a routine. It's not as scary as sharing a few poems, I hope. Oh, that's a great idea. It can help the both of us adjust better, I think. And although I'm not a great storyteller, I'm probably way better at that than poetry. Nice, let's make it a nice little date for the two of us. Okay, at this point you're purposefully doing that. Am I? Maybe you're seeing flirtatiousness where it isn't, girly. After a little more banter between the two of us, we agreed to prepare stories for next time. Soon I headed back to my room. After passing the time, I realized how much my stomach was rumbling. I should probably eat. I headed towards the kitchen, thinking about what food I like. However, as I entered, Kazuyuki stood near the counter, working on something. Oh hey, I didn't expect to see you here. What are you up to? Kazuyuki didn't respond or even look up. Did he not hear me? I moved closer to him, trying to see what he was doing on the counter. Eggs, sugar, and flour? Hello, what are you making? Is it a type of dessert? Cupcakes or brownies sound really good right now, especially after everything that's happened. He's stirring ingredients together. He must be really focused on it. If anything, he's like this while he's sewing outfits, then his designs must be incredible. Still, is he purposefully ignoring me or... Kazuyuki? Before I knew it, Kazuyuki jumped. Some of the mixture in the bowl flew onto my face. I apologize. Do you need me to get a towel? I'd be waiting to. Instinctively, I took the parts of the dessert mixture that landed on my face and tasted it. Yum! Cake batter. I miss the taste of cake. I see you don't need my help after all. Sorry, whenever I made cakes with my aunt and uncle, I always liked to taste the batter. I see. My sister always enjoyed doing the same when I baked for her. Did it taste good? Oh shit. Oh well, that's how it is, I guess. It definitely did. I'd ask for more, but I'm guessing that you want to save some of it for an actual cake. But still, it's really good. Sewing, poetry, decorating, and now baking. You seem to have a ton of random talents. Give me a moment. We may speak after I put it in the oven. I watched as Kazuyuki finish up the cake, pouring everything into a cake pan before putting it in the oven. Honestly, it's kind of surprised you can make cake. It's probably a little stereotypical of me, but I imagine most bakers being the sweet type. If you were saying Asuka, I would instantly assume you were making a dark joke about the flavor of people. No, not at all. I imagine most bakers as really quiet and kind, you know. Wait, now that I'm implying you aren't kind, you are, maybe, I think. I am not kind. You don't have to kid yourself. I only started baking a few years ago, unlike with my sewing. Oh, so that's why you don't think you're as good at it as you are at sewing. I know you take commissions for sewing, but have you done any professional baking? No, I only learned both cooking and baking in order to provide for my sister and myself. She loved desserts to no end. Macaroons, cupcakes, cookies, brownies, pies, pudding, you name it. She absolutely loved it. But her favorite was always cakes. She especially liked it when I put in extra time and effort in order to decorate them for her afterwards. Aw, that's sweet. She must have loved eating them. What kind of decorations you do? Nothing too complex. Most often I put colorful sprinkles and a few bits of frosting around the edge of the cake. Though I do remember for one birthday of hers, I cut up her much beloved strawberries and placed them around the edge of the cake. She adored that one in particular. It was like love at first sight when she saw it. Strawberries? Yeah, why is that so surprising to you? It isn't surprising. It's amazing. I love strawberries. God damn it, Hikari's so adorable. When we get out of this place, it'd be so cool if you could make me a strawberry cake or something for my 18th birthday. Oh, if you want to, of course. You don't have to. I don't want to force you into anything. I'll keep it in mind, I suppose. Perhaps it can be a strawberry shortcake. As he said those words, I thought I spotted a sly smile. While Kazuyuki and I talked, he took the cake out of the oven and started to decorate it with blue and pink frosting. As he did that, I made a sandwich for myself. We hung out like that for a while. But while we were talking, two people entered the room. Oh, I have an amazing idea. How about we talk about history and we fight misery? That isn't the best. Is it? It's accurate, sure, but doesn't roll off the tongue as well. Maybe it's something more like we're the Wailing Warriors? Doesn't that advertise as warriors that cry? No, it just means we fight those who cry. Asuka, no, we're supposed to comfort and reassure those who suffer under the great acts of villainy, not become villains ourselves. You know, that's not what I meant. Are you trying to rile me up? Hey, you two, what are you doing? I'd like to know as well, it's incredibly distracting. Oh, Hikari, Kazuyuki, no need to be confused. We're forming a special warrior team. With my guidance and passion and with Asuka's bravery and strength, nothing can surpass us, and so we're banding together for the good of all. I see. Don't underestimate us. No matter the obstacle, we'll find a way to break through it. Yeah, and don't fucking dare mock us or insult us. Got it? We don't need your bullcrap, Kazuyuki. Kazuyuki hasn't said anything negative about it yet. In terms of convincing me to be more open towards your thoughts, your presumptions aren't doing you any favors. Yeah, but... Asuka suddenly trailed off. Did I cause that? Are you alright, Asuka? I'm fine. Are you sure? A sudden change in a hero outfit marks her turn to the villainous side. We cannot risk this, Asuka. I'm fine, got it. It's fine, damn it. Asuka. What? Tell me what I did. What the hell do you mean? I upset you somehow. Then that's obvious enough. I don't want you to hide it from me. Even if I shouldn't care about your feelings, I do. I'm sorry for Yuka. You don't need to try to survive my feelings, please. I'm sorry for whatever I did. Don't hide away your feelings. Don't bottle or jar them up. Smash that jar until it's a million pieces. That's what you told me before. And you hate hypocrites, don't you? But let's not mention how hypocritical I am right now, caring about a stranger's feelings like this. You idiot. Idiot? That insult definitely reminds me of somebody else. No, you're not an idiot. It's just, yeah, I'm upset about something dumb, you know? It's not your fault. Huh? If it's not my fault, then why? I don't know, this morning when you defended Fuyuka, I guess I felt sorta crabby. Like I was betrayed, even though you're obviously entitled to your own opinion of her. Sorry about being shitty. Yes, I am a hypocrite, huh? I don't quite understand why you would feel betrayal from somebody who you've known for a week. You're not a part of that conversation, dumbass. And yet I'm here, curious. Why exactly did you feel betrayed? Because I don't trust Fuyuka a single fucking bit, dipshit. If you get your head out of your ass, you can actually see what I'm talking about. Oopsie. I have to stop it here, fellas. I have to prepare for work. Cool. The writing's improved. Wow. It doesn't drag on as much as the previous chapter. The previous parts. So yeah, Jikoronpa, Laments device solution for trying to game for yourselves. The links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves.